to my channel. I am Bryanna if you're new. Today I'm going to share with you some shows that I've watched throughout quarantine. Obviously I'm back at school, so I'm not quarantined anymore. I'm actually, before I get into it, I'm sick. I just got tested. I don't know the results yet, so I'll fill you guys in if I have it. I haven't gone anywhere. Like, I've missed school for 2 days, and tomorrow's gonna be my third day of missing school. And I haven't been at school since Thursday of last week, because Friday we had like a special day, like where everyone wasn't at school. So yeah, I started showing symptoms on Saturday, and I'll put in this video like a little thing of me saying if I have it or not. So if I do, that sucks, but I can't really do anything about it because I'm already sick. So anyway, I'm just gonna share with you some shows that I personally like watching. I'll explain what they are. I might give some more explanation to some than others. It depends on the show. Some shows I have more to talk about with them, but yeah, so let's get into it. Okay, so I have this list and I'm just going to go down. I also have a video idea for like some songs I like to listen to. Obviously I can't play the songs, but yeah, so we're gonna start. I have 10 shows. Wait. I have 11 shows. I feel like I should mention another show because 11 is an uneven number. I have 11 shows. I do have more shows I could talk about, but I feel like I put 10, but then I wanted to add one more. So first I'm going to talk about shows that are, I guess, not English. I have 3 shows out of the 11 that are in Spanish. So the first one I'm going to talk about it's called Rebelde. It was on Netflix. Now you can't watch it anywhere, but first of all, if you don't like watching shows with subtitles, I am sorry. This one, you can't watch other than with subtitles, but actually this show, it was like the first show that I watched that was not in English, and I had to get used to watching it. It was 440 episodes, first of all, because it was like a soap opera, but like it was put into seasons, 3 seasons apparently. Netflix used to have it. In fact, Netflix got rid of it and keeps getting rid of it and then putting it back on, so it might get added again. It's about this group of students that go to Elite Way High School, or maybe just Elite. Anyway, it's like a boarding school for like rich people and rich kids. Some of the characters are not rich, they just are on like scholarships or something. Anyway, there's 6 of them that end up joining a group together, and they actually were like called RDB. They were a singing group that was really popular actually in the world in the 2000s because they actually became a group in real life. They ended in like 2008, I think, but the show's really good. The only problem is you can't watch it anywhere. So I did some digging. So Rebelde was actually a reimagination that Mexico did of a show. I don't remember where it was from, but it was like another Spanish country. The characters it's called Rebelde Way. That was the original one. It's like the same idea, and I actually found it on YouTube. People, there's someone that did a full playlist that they keep adding to of subtitles that they're doing of it. They're on to season 2. Season 2 has like 100 something episodes. There's only 2 seasons of that one, and I've gotten pretty invested. It's the same story as Rebelde. It's the same story, it's just different. So if you search Rebelde Way on YouTube, English subtitles, you will be able to find it. So that's the first one. The next Spanish speaking one is actually a Netflix show, so you can watch it on Netflix, and you can actually, all of Netflix original shows and movies, they do like dialogue in different languages, so even though it is a Spanish speaking show, you can actually listen to it. I still watch it with subtitles because I don't like doing English dialogue and it not matching, like what the mouth movement doesn't match what they're saying, so I don't like doing that, but you can if it doesn't bother you and you don't want to read subtitles. So that is Cable Girls. It's called something else in Spanish too, but the English version is Cable Girls. It's about I think they're in the 20s. They're either the 20s or the 30s. And they're in Spain. It's kind of about the revolution and the suffrage movement, and about women kind of getting a hold of their lives and the world, and it's really good. So that's the second one. The third one is called Elite. It's not pronounced elite, but it looks like elite, so I'm gonna call it Elite. That is also a boarding school about rich kids, but it's nothing like Rebelled. It's on Netflix, so once again, you can watch it on Netflix. Same deal with Cable Girls. It's a really good show. I do recommend. There's 3 seasons, there's gonna be a 4th, getting worse after season 1, but some characters do save the 2 seasons that have happened since season 1. I'm not gonna say anything, but yeah. Okay, we're getting into English shows. So the first one is a show that I just started watching, and that is called Alias. It is on Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, it's on Amazon Prime. It's really good. It has Jennifer Gardner in it before she was like really, really famous. Now, I can't say whether I like the ending of this show because I haven't seen more than 2 seasons, but there are 5 seasons, so it probably is good if it still had 3 seasons after the first 2. It is about a woman who thought that she worked for the CIA. She thought she worked for like a secret branch of the CIA. But she learns in the first episode that she actually doesn't. She works for the enemy of the CIA, like the people she thought she was fighting against. So she becomes a double agent for the CIA, for this agency that she thought was the CIA. It's really confusing, but it's basically really good, and I think it's really amazing. And Jennifer Gardner is just a really good actress, so you should definitely check it out. The next show is a comedy that it's probably like the most popular at the moment show that I'm going to be talking about right now, and that is the show Schitt's Creek. It has become really popular. It won all of the Emmys in the comedy category this past Emmy a month or 2 ago. I keep pausing because like my throat, not the greatest. But yeah, it's really good. It's about this family of 4 that lost all of their money and they have to move to this really crappy town called Schitt's Creek, and it's really funny. I do recommend it. It's a Canadian show, but it is really good. Well, is called Outlander. It is on Netflix and Starz. On Starz, it has all of the seasons. I think there's like gonna be season 6 is the next season, so they've done 5 seasons. And then Netflix, they have the first 3. They used to just have the first one, and now they have 3. They're adding it slowly because Starz is obviously like its own thing, and like Starz is what makes Outlander. So I'm actually surprised they put it on Netflix because Starz is a streaming service. But yeah, so that is gonna be on Netflix in the coming time. They'll put the rest of it. But it's based on a book. It's basically about a woman. Her name's Claire. She travels through time on accident and has to like, she is from like post, like right after World War II England, and she transports back in time to like the 17th, 18th century Scotland. Yeah, I think it's Scotland. Yeah, it's Scotland. So she has to deal with that, and it's really, really good. It's kind of romantic. There are a lot of nude sex scenes in it, but it's still a really good show, and I do recommend it. It's different from like normal time travel shows because she did it on accident, so I think it's really cool. The next show is another comedy. It's called New Girl. You can find this on Hulu and Netflix. Those are like the 2 like main ones you can find it on. But I feel like a lot of people know what New Girl is. It's about a girl that after she breaks up with her boyfriend, she moves into an apartment with 3 guys. It's a comedy. It's really fun. It has Zooey Deschanel in it. I'm talking really fast because I feel like I have to cough, but it's so good and I recommend it. There are 7 seasons and it's over with now. I highly recommend if you haven't seen it. Or if it's like on your watch list, watch it like right now. Like I go and rewatch it all the time. This next one, it might be like the least known show that I'm gonna mention. The creator of the show created another show I'm gonna mention right now that's more well known. But it is called The Royals. It is on Prime right now, Amazon Prime. It is basically like a modern version of the royal family. Obviously, it's not about the actual royal family. There's like fake characters, and they do some crazy stuff. I'm trying not to swear, which is why I just said stuff and not S-H-I-T. But yeah, it's really good, so I highly recommend. I don't really have much to say about that because I don't really know how to explain it other than it's a modern day royal family situation, not about the actual royal family. Sorry, I had to fix my cat. My cat was doing something. But yeah, it's really good. It's definitely not the best show on the list, but it is still a good show. If you like some, like, it's kind of soap opera-y, like it's a soap drama show, I guess you could say. It's really good. I recommend it. The next show is actually the show I just mentioned. They were made after the same person, The Royals and One Tree Hill. One Tree Hill, I feel like it was really popular when it came out, and I feel like people still love it. I watched it when I was like probably too young because of my brother. My brother is 14 years older than me, and he grew up with it, like, on. Oh, he's like grown up with it. I watched it when I was too young, and like now people my age are starting to watch it because it's on Hulu. It used to be on Netflix, but it's on Hulu. I think it's funny because like I already know everything, and like people are just now starting to watch it that like I know. But yeah, it's really good. It's about this town called Tree Hill. That's why it's called One Tree Hill. And it's basically about the kids in high school. There's two brothers that have the same dad but different moms, and he picked one mom to be with over the other one. And their dad's kind of a dickhead, so the one that was raised by him is naturally a dickhead too. And they have to deal with that. They're on the same basketball team now, and there's a lot of stuff that happens. It's 9 seasons long, and it's like probably my favorite show that I'm talking about. Actually, one of my favorite shows that I'm talking about. I'll tell you the other one soon, but it's really good. I highly recommend if you haven't seen it. The next show is probably my favorite show on this list, which is really hard for me to say because I watch so much TV. That's really hard for me to have a favorite, but that is called Charmed. Now, I'm talking about the original Charmed, like 1998 through 2006, 8 seasons long Charmed. There is a newer version that came out that I'm not that much a fan of. I still like it, but like it's not as good. Just like the acting and script is not as good. I do like the fact that they tried to make it more diverse. I just feel like they should have either made it more similar or less similar. I feel like it's like this weird trying to be similar but also trying not to be similar. They should have made it less similar or more similar because it's just in this weird middle zone. So I would not recommend the newer one over the original, but it's on Netflix and Hulu. It's about 3 sisters that learn that they're witches. It has some pretty famous people in it if you just look it up. I will say my favorite character is Piper, so if you haven't seen it, you'll figure it out. She's my favorite character. It's about witches. It's really good. Sister witches. It's amazing. The next show is the last show, and that is a drama comedy called Chuck. Chuck is on Prime at the moment. I feel like this show is a show that isn't really popular, but the people that watch it love it. It kept getting canceled and then picked up again, or like canceled and then saved. Like that happened a lot apparently when it was on the air. I didn't watch it when it was on the air, but apparently it kept getting like canceled and then picked up again. But it's really good. It's about this guy named Chuck, if you didn't understand that. He gets sent all of the government secrets and it gets put into his head. So he's basically like the government information that the government has. He's like the dictionary of all the government information, and it's really good. He has to like work with the government now, and this is like a guy that he works at like kind of like a Best Buy situation. It's called the Buy More, so he literally works at like tech support for like Best Buy basically. Yeah, so it's really amazing. It's like one of my favorite shows. I highly recommend it. It's really funny. There's 5 seasons, so yeah. Okay, I have to be quick. That was it, the video. My throat hurts really bad now, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.